Oh, the red button. Why does see my Wi-Fi's messed up? How dare you, stream y'all? Hold on, I need some more lighting out here. It's too hot for all this lighting. Jesus Christ. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
Yeah. Yeah. Come on, I gotta hit him with the
Ball suckers.
Ooh.
Feel like it's been forever.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Same way, man. Feel the same way. Salute to the guys. Big Chill Will in the building. Gregory Lee, what's going on? Knicks Nation.
Yeah,
Knicks Nation.
We back. We here, baby. We here. Let's go.
I ain't playing any games with y'all. What's going on? Mid-afternoon, I'm sorry. You know I work overnights. Schedule was hectic this past 4 days. I didn't want to give you a half version of me, and then all balls jumping on. You crazy? You crazy? Now you know we coming full steam. Not just audio. Got you on video for y'all, our people, man. Knicks about to sign Davis Bertans. Tell me that isn't true. I haven't heard a thing about that. There's another guy we'd rather get to, Davis Bertans. Tell me that ain't true either. We got the big man. Speaking of big man, we got, we know who they got in the running for that. Talk about that in a second. Jalen Brunson contract extension this summer, next summer. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But you know what? We gotta give the people what they want, baby. Shout out to Jalen Rose for that. Give the people what they want, man. Stop playing around. Stop playing these games, these shenanigans. Walker Kessler of the Utah Jazz has been a hot topic this summer thus far. Ian Begley, New York Knicks insider, he broke down what the Jazz are looking for, and scammy Danny Ainge, what he's up to.
A couple of notes here as the Knicks get through their offseason, get ready for Summer League. The Knicks had been in touch with Utah, had some interest in Walker Kessler, the big man, as a potential solution for them to back up five. But teams in touch with Utah say the Jazz are looking for at least a first-round pick in return for Kessler in these conversations that had gone on earlier in the offseason. So that's going to be a tough price for the Knicks to meet or match, and I would assume that they wouldn't be able to get that deal done. And then you look at your other options. They have been in touch with Preston Achua. Achua has drawn interest from several contenders. I believe he has a couple offers on the table there. Now, let's see where Achua goes in the next few days. Nonetheless, Knicks need to fill that backup five position after losing Isaiah Hartenstein. Mikal Bridges will meet the media in Tarrytown on Tuesday. Sean Marks, Nets GM, saying that Mikal Bridges did not request the trade or...
Yeah. We'll get to Mikal Bridges in a second. He's having his press conference today. Oh, ball. Is scammy Danny Ainge up to his old tricks? Wants a first-round pick for Walker Kessler.
First and foremost, hope everybody's doing great. Except Laker fans, LeBron fans. I know my drill. All go to capital HEWL. Knicks fans, what's going on, baby? New York City, we in the building. Danny Ainge is always trying to scam us. Always. And it's just like, it's at a point now where it's like Danny Ainge, you the female that I wanted you for so long, and after a while it's like, I don't even want you no more, sweetie. Like, get out of here. And to me, that's Danny Ainge. You know how you chase something for so long, and you get right there, but then it don't happen, and it's you talking, you texting, and then after a while you just lose interest. That's Danny Ainge. Danny Ainge is always trying to rob somebody, especially the Knicks. Why do you want a first-round pick for a backup center? Because you know that's what we need? I guarantee you, watch he goes to another team for less. Let's not forget, he tried to swindle us with Donovan Mitchell. I think he wanted 8-9 picks with players. So it was like, yo, man, Danny Ainge. Now, for me, would I do it? I might do it. Once again, I might do it because I don't see no other players. You know, I think we have our team, right? I don't see us trading for no other players as far as superstar status. So we do have to fill in, you know, those blanks. And that's a big blank we have. I don't think we're going to re-sign Precious. I would like to, but I'm pretty sure somebody's going to overpay for him, and guys got to go get their money. So would I give up a first-round draft pick? I probably would. But it just feels weird because it's Danny Ainge. If it was somebody else, it probably wouldn't be a problem. But Danny Ainge is always giving us trouble. He's always making something difficult. And it's like, yo, bro, you in Utah. Like, stop. Like, what are you? Yeah, like, come on. Danny Ainge is always scamming. And he loves to scam the Knicks. And I'm just happy that, you know, we have a front office now that we don't go for the scams no more. Very smart, very intelligent. We're making all the precise moves. And I think I've been telling you, we don't have to win a championship this year. These moves we are making are for the future. We are going to be relevant for the next 5-6 years. And within that time, we can win a championship. So we don't have to jump out the window and win a championship this year because Paul George went to Philly and all these other moves. Let's stay patient, and when the iron is hot, you strike. Now, like I said, I wouldn't mind giving up a pick because I don't, you know, in another year or two, when you got a lot of these superstars that's going to be free agents, I'm predicting a Giannis, a KD. Some of these guys are going to want to come over here because we're going to have the nucleus to where it's like we're going to win a championship. So I don't have no problem. It's just I don't like dealing with Danny Ainge. I don't like Danny Ainge. I don't like nothing about Danny Ainge. He looks like a scammer. He looks like you give him your information and then all of a sudden you in debt $900,000. I don't like Danny Ainge. So to me, that's the problem. But I would love to get that young man from Utah over there with us. Like I said, that's a legit backup center. And a guy like that, I think eventually is going to be a starter or get starting minutes, depending on, you know, Mitchell Robinson and his health. Because, you know, I got to give a shout out to Flea. He says it all the time. Big shout out to my brother Flea. Big shout out to our brother Dom Drop as well. We cannot depend on Mitchell Robinson to be healthy all season. So now if we got this young man from Utah, he slide right in and he could be a valuable and liable starting center that can hold a fort down. So when I give up the pick, yes, as long as that's all I'm giving up. I'm not giving up no players. I'm not giving up nothing extra. I think we would have to make the move. It's just tough because it's Danny Ainge. And we all know, I know me personally, I don't want to deal with Danny Ainge.
One more update. Ian Begley just updated it on Twitter a couple minutes ago.
What?
Walker Kessler, reporting on Walker Kessler from Ian Begley. Teams had offered 2 first-rounders for Utah in the past couple of weeks and were rebuffed.
One of the first Knicks that Mikal Bridges said by name here at his introductory press conference on Tuesday wasn't Jalen Brunson, it wasn't Josh Hart, but it was OG Anunoby. Bridges said he's long been a fan of Anunoby's and they've admired each other's games based on what each has done for their successive teams. Obviously, both 3-and-D players, and he was really excited to play with Anunoby. And if this era is going to work for the Knicks, the Anunoby Bridges Villanova Knicks era, it's going to be based on the success defensively with Bridges and Anunoby together. I don't think there's another defensive wing tandem in the NBA that can match up with those two. Other Knicks staffers were there. Some of Mikal's favorite trade with the Nets. Another quick update here on the backup big man situation. I mentioned on Monday that Utah had been asking for at least 1 first-round pick in previous discussions with teams on Walker Kessler. The Knicks had had some interest in Kessler. I was told subsequently that teams had offered 2 first-rounders to Utah in the past couple of weeks and were rebuffed. Obviously, we don't know the value of the first-rounders. Not all firsts are created equal. There's protections on these picks, but that gives you a little idea on how the Jazz value Kessler and what it would take to pry him out of Utah.
So teams have offered reportedly 2 first-round draft picks for Walker Kessler.
I wonder who reported that.
And where he got, well, who was your source?
Just Danny Ainge reporting that to up the ante. Like, come on, man, let's cut the jokes. I'm sorry, but go ahead. Yeah.
Well, a lot of people were saying we overpaid for Mikal Bridges. You know, again,
they say we overpaid for Jalen Brunson. They say we overpaid for OG. They're gonna always say that with the Knicks. They say we gave up too much when we got OG. Listen, man, when it comes to Knicks fans, we can't win for losing. So I don't be wanting to hear none of that. I'm sorry, but go ahead.
I just feel like whether you won a championship or in your championship contention, the previous season, what are you doing to maintain that contention, or have you upgraded? You can't tell me at this point. We basically traded Isaiah Hartenstein and a bunch of draft picks in a 3-team trade with OKC and the Brooklyn Nets. That's basically what just took place this offseason. And if you think iHeart is a better fit than Mikal Bridges, God bless you. God bless you. I don't think so. I think it's a total upgrade. We got a backup for OG Anunoby. And in this case with Walker Kessler, it is, again, going back to fit. Like, again, Flea dubbed him the center whisperer, the bigs whisperer. I know he was getting his ass kicked yesterday against Zach Edey, the rookie to be. But Zach Edey looks like he's 35 years old already. He looks like a mountain out there. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see who's going to guard him anyway. But, this is what he does. Talented big men that are able to do whatever he's doing. But Achua, same level, right? Same kind of play. But Walker Kessler gets a lot more blocks per game.
Right.
And the other thing with this is that nobody's factoring. Yo, guess who's Walker Kessler's agent?
Who?
CAA.
Nice.
La Cosa Rosa. So Danny Ainge, yeah, nice games you playing over there. But the last CAA player we traded for, he got his bag. Yes, he did. But I personally feel like I would have done that trade a million times over. RJ Barrett and IQ for OG Anunoby was a total upgrade. We look like the best thing I've ever seen in my life from the Knicks. And first round draft pick, if you got to go a second round draft pick, try to play around. Leon Rose and them know how that affects the cap. And, remember, we're going to talk about the Jalen Brunson contract in a second. All those things have to be factored. Walker Kessler's contract, he's in there. 2 years left, team option. And the third year, he's going to be a restricted free agent. Like, his contract is amazing. $2 million he's making. The next year, he's making $4 million. So in 2 seasons, he's going to be making $6 million. That's going to cause less than Precious Achua. It's going to cause less than iHeart. That's what if you trade for him, you also traded all these things for Mikal Bridges and whatever iHeart left for. You traded iHeart for all this for Mikal Bridges and Walker Kessler. I think you got to take that. You got to take that. There's no way I'm not taking that. Walker Kessler is I don't say an upgrade from iHeart, but he fits the TIB system. You know what I'm saying? So I don't. If they ask for 4 first round draft picks, he's gonna try to stretch this. And if he drives there's no way now that I'm thinking about it, you're gonna go closer to OG's price. Because I'm sorry, yeah, OG's price or Mikal Bridges. Anywhere near 4, 5, 6 draft picks, you're bugging. You're bugging because he's half the value of a Mikal Bridges and an OG Anunoby at this point. So if he goes to 3 or 4 draft picks, first round draft picks, that's when he's out of his mind. Whoa. So we live.
Big Flea, never the little one.
Wow.
Hey, Flea.
What are we doing?
Listen, talk to your man.
What?
I'm gonna stay for 5 minutes and then I'm gonna go because I don't know what. Come on.
I said, do you want?
This is in real time. Real time. I ain't even going real time. What are we doing?
I said, you want to call beforehand? Nobody answers.
Good afternoon, fellas. Good afternoon.
Flea, what up, Flea?
Right.
Talk to him, Flea. That's right.
We
need a call. We need a call after this because you playing, and I ain't about playing. Like let's get some organization going. Let's get it together.
Yeah.
Let's get it together.
You stop this again. Yeah, listen, I keep telling
All
you.
right. What are we doing?
So we're talking about Walker Kessler, and they're offering a first
Thanks for
round draft
telling me what we're talking about. Thank you for telling me what we're going to discuss.
Walker Kessler has been offered apparently worth a first round draft pick already for the Utah Jazz. And then Ian Begley updates and he says, just a couple minutes ago, he said that teams have actually offered 2 first round draft picks to the Jazz already, and they have rebuffed, quoting Ian Begley. So that's where we stand, and we want to know: do you believe it's worth it? Flea, we already spoke on this. We're waiting for you in your 5 minutes.
I don't know. Like Walker Kessler's cool. He's a cool player. Like I don't know. I'm annoyed with you right now. I'm annoyed with you. Like
With me personally?
yes,
we can talk
you
about it.
personally. You personally.
Yeah.
I'm extremely annoyed with you right now. So
Well,
let me compose myself.
Please, I'm happy to see my brothers. Let's hold.
Hold on. I don't want nobody to
no.
compose themselves. I want this is Knicks Rehab. We in Rehab. You got a hoodie on. I want to know what the hell you talking about. Beforehand, I said we're going on live. You know the Knicks ladies knows Brunson contract, Walker Kessler rumors, and Bridges is on the press conference today. I gave you the Kessler information. You can't do nothing with that in real time, Flea. What do you think about Walker Kessler? Stop playing with me, because you can call somebody a bum or this, that, and the third. Shut up, Flea, or talk. Which one is it gonna be?
One of the other, right?
One of the other, right?
We're on live. I put up with your little hoodie and do-rag business for 3 minutes. Enough is enough. What do you think about Walker Kessler?
Nah, I was watching him. I was watching him yesterday. I was watching him in the summer league yesterday.
Getting his ass buzzed?
I was watching him in the summer league yesterday, and I thought, I'm like, why is this dude like? Wasn't he supposed to be like a cornerstone for Utah when they drafted him?
No.
Like wasn't he supposed to be? Yeah, like wasn't he supposed to be like some like big piece to like go forward with? And now he couldn't even start the whole season last year. He's playing summer league games still, respectfully, but he's still playing summer league game. Like, what's the projection on the dude? I want to know, what does Danny Ainge know about him that we don't know? Because has he not turned the corner yet? Well, I like the kid. He defends well. He's got a nice motor. That's all I got. I don't know, but I do know this. If we did pick him up, like all three of us feel, most bigs that we get our hands on, Tibbs does well with them, right? Like people weren't talking about Hartenstein. Now Hartenstein making $30 million after playing for us. AllBall always, highlights guys come to us and then leave making money. Like they get here, they find a way, and now they making a bunch of money. So, is Walker Kessler that next person? I don't know, but I do know Danny Ainge ain't gonna give him up for nothing. He ain't gonna give him up for nothing. So I hope he doesn't put us in some position where we're like giving up. I don't know. I hope Mitchell Robinson is not a part of a trade for Walker Kessler. That's what I'm saying.
Can I ask y'all a question? How would y'all feel? Because I think a lot of Knicks fans now, this is the first time in a long time the Knicks organization, from the owner to the front office to the coach, even to the players, there's some pressure now to win a championship. How do we feel about re-signing Precious and not feeling the pressure of thinking we have to win a championship this year, because it seems like that's where it's going, right? Why not re-sign Precious and play out the season, everybody fully healthy, and let's see what happens in the next couple years instead of jumping out the window for Kessler, like you said, which I don't think we all agree he's worth a first-round draft pick. How do y'all feel? Do y'all think the fan base now is putting a lot of pressure on the Knicks, and it's seeming like we have to win a championship immediately?
I think we're a champion. The pressure should be there regardless, bro. All that, we just looking for somebody to fill in for Hartenstein, and that's it. Achua could do that, and even if you get Kessler somehow, they better be thinking we're going to win a championship. So I think which, as you were asking the question, I think if you go trade for Walker Kessler, he's going to have more pressure than Achua. even though Achua is going to make more. Walker Kessler got to walk in here and be like, oh, they traded me for 2 first-round draft picks and this, that, and the third. You got to deal with more pressure because Hartenstein did not walk in here with that kind of pressure. And Achua currently doesn't have that kind of pressure. Even Mitchell Robinson. Yeah, he got to get healthy, but if he's healthy, we mess with him. And we know what to expect. He would have to underperform greatly for us not to really expect anything from him. But if you trade for a Walker Kessler, I think then you create pressure, more pressure, because he's going to get a lot of flack from us if he doesn't perform. And he better not do what he did yesterday. Thank you for that update. Nick Yak, hilarious. Edie 14 points, 15 boards, 4 blocks. Kessler 10.6 rebounds, 4 for 8 free throws, 33 minutes. I imagine Mitch only getting 6 boards on 33 minutes. Oh, imagine Mitch only getting 6 boards in 33 minutes. I mean, but it was against the 7'4" dude. It just might be a mismatch. And I mean, I know AllBall don't want to hear that. Flea, what you think?
I mean, Edie played well yesterday. I watched him yesterday. He played well. He won the game for them. I mean, well, put them in overtime to then go forward with that game. So Edie played well. He played a lot better than I expected him to. But the only thing that with what OG is saying, if we re-sign Precious, that's just a guy that was in our system already.
Yeah,
I got a phone call.
I'm just saying I don't want to give up 2 first-rounders for that center. That I'm not like, you get what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. I'm saying, you know, we've been making very smart strategic moves. Let's keep doing that. If we feel Danny Ainge want too much, let it go. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying. Like I said, right now we have a great team. It's a lot of pressure now. But my thing is, it's not the end of the world. We don't win a championship this year, especially if the reason that B is we give up too much for the wrong player. So I'm just saying, let's just try to be patient. Go ahead, Flea.
If I was ready, I had all my do not disturbs on. I'd have called all my joints and said, "Don't call me right now." If I was ready, anyway.
Hold on, all my joints. Yeah, plumber, let them know. Yeah, what they talking about over here? That's right.
Nah, I was just saying. Nah, I was just saying, Precious. Precious knows what is expected of him. You know, and played a year for us. Knows what we shooting for. Know our goals. Knows the role he would play. Right, Kessler would have to figure things out. I don't think what we do as a team is so complicated that you can't plug a guy in that is a high athletic guy. He looks to know how to play basketball. Y'all know how I feel. Do you know how to play? Like, are you smart enough to know how to play the game? He looks like that. So, I mean, if you're asking me who I would rather, Precious or Walker Kessler, I'm only going to roll with Precious because I've seen what he looks like in Tibbs' system and what, he did what he was asked to do.
Also, staying put, if you go with Precious and then they just gave Hook Porty a 2-way deal. I know it's against lesser talent. I know y'all want to see, and I do as well, Hook Porty against the, NBA level guys, but he looks way more skilled than Sims already. Jump hooks and the way he boxes out, the way he punishes lower, smaller defenders and everything. So staying put with him, developing, give Sims a try and Achua, we're in the same place we were before with Danny Ainge. No, I ain't taking your trade. Right. Who you think you talking to?
Exactly.
No. You want Mitchell Robinson? No. Danny, get out of here, man. We don't believe you. We don't want Donovan Mitchell that bad. And it worked. Being patient with him, the poker game with Danny Ainge, it worked. Enough of you and your shenanigans. What did you guys get the chance to watch? Keita, is his name Keita Bates Diop? Oh no, hold on, I'm confusing them. Which one would look better, Hook Porty or Keita Bates Diop?
Diop, I've seen him play. He's not a rookie. He's not a rookie. Nothing about him jumps off the screen.
From the Nets.
Teams are just that's what this thing is. Teams are trying to load up on guys that can stretch the floor and wings, guys that could guard multiple positions. So if that's another guy that could guard multiple positions, great. Listen, it's a beautiful thing to think that Josh Hart and DiVincenzo might be going back to the bench, and they are part of our depth. The guys that were starters for us, that helped us get to 50 wins, top 2 seed, all of that.
Right.
They now go back into their natural roles of 6, 7, 8 man off the bench. I like it. I like it. I know y'all love it. I love it. So.
And I'm gonna be honest, you know, I think we just need to run it back. I don't even worry about that young man in Utah. You know, this may sound funny, but we do have a backup center. Let's see what another year does under his belt. Jericho Sims. Like I said last year, fellas, he needs to go talk to Ben Wallace. I don't understand that young man has the athleticism, the strength, the height. He can be valuable on a team. You know, so for me, if he learns how to, learn how to move on the pick and roll, learn how to read those type of things, not give up, not give stupid fouls. And when he comes in the game, get those, like, just imagine if he could have been in the game against Indiana down the stretch when we couldn't get them offensive rebounds, or when we couldn't get them defensive rebounds, where Hartenstein was left alone out there as a big man, and he trying to swipe it back out and giving it right to Indiana. What if a guy like Jericho Sims with athleticism and that strength can be the guy to go up there and move people out the way and get those boards and contest some shots? So I'm gonna be honest, because it's Danny Ainge, I don't want to deal with Utah. Let's get our guys fully healthy, and this is my opinion. Julius Randle, this is the year for him to see if you're gonna make us better, or if we got to put you on the trade block. Straight up and down. I'm sorry. I know it sounds crazy, but we was just a second seed. We had just won 50 games. We was in a game 7 in the second round. We cannot digress with Julius Randle and Mikal Bridges and everybody fully healthy. So for me, I think these guys have an opportunity to show what they are. I think we stay pat, and I think we run it back, and let's give everybody an equal opportunity to prove who they are. Straight up. Julius Randle got to fill in some voids, Fleet. Just straight up and down. We lost Hartenstein. Bro, you got to get a little more rebounds. You got to contest some shots. And on occasions, you got to guard somebody that's bigger than you. Pause. Straight up.
I would like to see Julius fully commit to the defensive end this season. Like, we know you could go get 25. We know you could go grab 10 rebounds. We know if you put your mind to it, you could shoot 40% from 3. Like, we know all of these things that you can do when you put your mind to a 3-time All-Star, 2-time All-NBA. Right? We know you could do all of that stuff. Now, lock into what's going to help us get over the hump, and that's going and getting stops, right? That's going and getting stops. I'm looking at this USA team, and I don't know if we get a chance to talk about it, but I'm looking at the roster, right? And then I'm looking around at the other teams, right? And I'm talking about the bigs on USA, on the other teams, and I'm looking around, I'm like, damn, Julius can compete with all of these guys, with every last one of them. Are some better than others? Yeah. If you want to argue Embiid is better and all that, that's fine. But in terms of talking about competing, getting the opportunity to go head to head, Julius got to take this shit like personal this year. So I fully agree with you, OG. Like, this has to be a year where he comes in and the goal ain't to go get 25. Yeah, the goal may be to release some pressure off of JB, right? We asked Brunson to do a lot in terms of offensively. Open that valve up, let a little air out. You take some of the pressure off of him. But, yo, go guard. You got a lot of dudes on this team right now that love playing defense. I just wanted to spill over to him. Bridges, OG, Mitchell Robinson, DiVincenzo, Josh Hart. All guys that make their bones on playing defense. Julius, go do that for us.
All I'm gonna say is real quick, Fabe. I see the comments, fellas. I don't want to get rid of Julius Randle. All I'm saying is, make us better. That's all I'm saying. Make us better. I don't want to go to next season and now we a 6th seed and we win 40-something games, and you played. No, make us better. That's all I'm saying. Go ahead, Fabian. I'm sorry.
I understand what you're saying, but and Randall has been a part of trade talks his whole Knicks tenure here. I just think it will make it easier to get rid of him if he does not perform. If he's not in the playoffs, he doesn't perform, and then it's like, okay, God, we tried, Julius. Like, you're not, maybe this ain't for you. But I don't expect that from him. Like, what I've seen in January is insane, man. Like, when we rewatch the games, I always list the same exact games against Portland, against Minnesota, and against Chicago. He destroyed them, and it was a competitive game. Nobody could do anything, and something clicked. Like, oh, hold on, nobody could guard me, and he's gonna have way more of those advantages.
50 ball against Minnesota.
There was a 50 this year. It was 60 last year.
I thought it was 2 years ago, 2 seasons ago. My bad. I might be wrong about that. That's my bad.
That's when he messed up. He messed up the rebound and he threw the ball. But that was a different Randall to me. And now he's in a different place. For me, I think even in transition it changes things because he's gonna look up and you see Bridges, OG, Josh Hart, DiVincenzo, Brunson with you. That's a different kind of spacing out there when you're in transition. We really don't get easy baskets like that. Partially because Josh Hart is crazy out of his mind when he does. I couldn't stand when JJ Redick and these guys kept complimenting him. Like he's
because you're a fool. You're the only one who criticizes him. You and OG. Get the ball out of his hands. I don't want him running the fast break. Yo, he gives us open looks sometimes. He's aggressive. He puts pressure on the defense. Y'all niggas want him to give it up, Josh.
No. It was rebound coast to coast, and they kept smacking the ball out of his hands, off his knee 30,000 times, bro. Knock it off, Lee. We know what we saw. Now, he did get better. OG brought some magic out here. I don't know. But he did get. I didn't see that anymore. I didn't see the team smacking the ball out of his hands anymore. I will say that. Did he reposition like a running back in the day? Tiki Barber had to reposition the football so they won't make him fumble anymore. Maybe that happened with Josh Hart. I don't know.
OG said, I don't ever want to see this dude leading the break. I don't want to see him leading the break.
It hurts, man. It hurts. But it's easier for Josh Hart to go, yo, bro, what are you doing? It's OG over here. DiVincenzo over here, Mikal Bridges over here. You don't finish better than OG and Mikal Bridges. Knock it off. Give the ball up. They're gonna get more defenses on them, more attention on them as soon as they have the ball. Josh, stop it. You can't do anything better than them on the offensive end besides rebound. But it's not a Josh Hart bashing moment. It's also Randall's another lunatic. When he's running down court, he can be one-track minded. When he has the spacing, when he has that lane, it's a wrap. It's like LeBron, get out of his way. I'm not gonna foul him. I'm gonna get hurt. Or they do foul him. But now when you got 3-4 guys alongside with Julius Randle, that's gonna create more transition lanes for him. I love this. I expect Julius Randle. I think the All-NBA votes are gonna be taken away with OG on the court and everything like that, because that happens. The MVP votes, that's gonna happen. Once you get a team around you, look what happened with Tatum this year. How many MVP votes did he actually get or lose because he had a squad like that? I think Randall is going to be the best version of himself that we've ever seen, because that was the best version of himself that I saw in January.
But that's a great point that you just said about Boston. But look at the results. And to me, that's all I care about. So I need everybody on our squad to buy in and do whatever it takes to win a championship. Straight up and down. And us losing Hartenstein, yeah, it's a tough loss, but we have an all-star, all-NBA player that's replacing him, which is Julius Randle. So I don't expect a major drop-off. So for me, I just need our guys to understand what should be the final result, and that's hoisting that trophy straight up and down. Do whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Brunson ain't got to average 30. Julius, like Flea said, ain't got to average 25. Let's come together as a collective, and let's do whatever it takes, because nobody plays harder than us. My opinion, nobody plays better basketball than us. We play basketball. Everybody else is just out there doing one-on-one. They going off the athleticism, great players, but nobody plays better basketball than us as a collective. And we the tougher team. And we play harder than everybody. So, listen, man, all I'm saying is we cannot have a season like this, and then we add a Bridges and a Julius Randle, and we move backwards, fellas. That's all I'm saying. And there's no way in the world you're not telling me Julius Randle in the front office is not saying in the back of their mind, if we have a bad season this year, seeing what we did last year, that's a tough talk. So listen, man, I just think we moving in the right direction, and we just got to keep moving up. That's all.
Yeah, Nick, I agree with that. Randall finished top 20 defensively last year, above league average, inside the 3-point line at average. Every footage, 5 feet to the rim, 8 feet, whatever. 3-point line, 40% because Tibbs drop off the. Yes, but it's what Fleece hit it on the nose. He gets a little bit absent-minded when it's time to rotate. All of a sudden, he just goes dodo. It's just we watched him enough, bro. You can't really just throw your shoulder into him. That guy's a truck. So, and staying in front of his man a lot, he's pretty good with that. But off ball, that's what pisses me off because Tibbs' whole defense is centered on off ball. That weak side defender always got to rotate. That's why that last guy was open, killing us on Miami. Them damn second rounders open hitting corner threes. Disgusting. But because the weak side defenders got to help all the time. And Julius Randle, that's his weakness on defense and them fumbling them rebounds and everything. Before I move on, you hear something all ball that I want to talk about. I was thinking about that yesterday. Again, the Charles Xavier Powers that we have. What other team has the culture that we do here? I really can't. Maybe OKC.
No, I would say
Boston.
I would say
Boston.
Maybe a healthy Grizzlies with John Morant because that culture they have over there, the way they follow him and buy in. Yeah. So yeah, but as far as playing tough, playing hard nosed, pause. I think we one of one right now in the league.
That's what I'm saying, Flea. You said Boston first, and I think that makes more sense because it's not just culture, quality. They are best team in the league, best record in the league. Memphis got the culture. Minnesota got the culture. Is everybody really bought in? Is everybody really down for each other like that? Like the Knicks, like the Nova Knicks. I like the Grizzlies mentioned. I like the Minnesota, Boston. I like OKC also. I think they really get behind SGA like that.
Yeah, I think they're building something over there. I don't think it's set in stone. I think those two pieces that they added this summer, Hartenstein and Caruso, I think that's huge for them. Like, not even look like a little bit. I think that like we'll look at OKC this year like, whoa, like this is a team that I think so, OG. I think those two moves, as subtle as it might be, I think those are two of the better moves over the summer for teams, in free agency. They made some subtle moves that like they won't even miss Josh Giddey. Like who?
I agree with that.
You know what I'm saying? OG, like who? Who? Like so.
I just still think, I don't want us to get on topic. I just still think though that's a great point, Flea. But I just still think, a lot of the young teams, as long as you still got teams like the Clippers, the Lakers, Phoenix Suns with those juggernauts, guys like Kawhi, LeBron, KD, to me the problem with that is you still don't want to meet them in the playoffs. If I'm OKC, I don't want to see certain teams in the play. So I get what you're saying though. But yeah, that's a great point. You might be right. You might be right, Flea.
I think it's the other way around. I think OKC is the team you don't want to see now. Like I disagree. This is Chet's third season. He can rim protect. Again, that pick and roll dribble handoff with our heart's gonna be crazy. You got another guy to rotate with Caruso. Flea. Nah, they scare me too. Like
having Caruso and Lou Dort and SGA and all them guys flying around defensively. Like they're gonna be a better.
Who is big enough Jalen more than you? Your guy.
Jalen Williams. J-Dub, that's my guy.
Yeah,
I know I love Jalen
for sure.
Yeah, I love that kid. So
real quick, what'd you think about her Bill Simmons say Jalen? What school did Jalen Williams go to?
Oh shit.
But it wasn't a big school.
Excuse my language.
Wherever it was, somebody put it in the chat. It wasn't a big school. He said,
damn.
Yo, that means a lot. Like when you're in college and you play for a big team, you play in a big, that big stadium atmosphere. He didn't play with that. He didn't play.
He went to Santa Clara.
Santa Clara, but so he said that wasn't. You ever seen Paul Pierce on All the Smoke podcast? And he goes, "Yo, when I went to Kansas, it was like the field of dreams. Like I couldn't believe it. He was looking forward to just being a part of this stadium, this rock and roll environment." And I think that factor is again going back to the Knicks. What do you think they was doing with that Nova squad over there in college? They all been here before at 18, 19, 20 years old. So they want to repeat this at the Garden. And I don't think they're scared. Again, Mikal Bridges, only one of them has been to the finals, right? That's the only finals experience we have with the team.
Yeah.
That's major.
And I mean, in OG, but he was hurt, but he still was there to experience it. With the Toronto Raptors.
No, great point, because you win.
Hold
you
on,
still
hold on, no, and DiVincenzo as well.
With Golden State in against the Celtics.
No, he was with the Bucks.
With Milwaukee. Yeah,
he got a championship actually with the Bucks.
Yeah.
So 3 guys. Okay, they were sitting down. They got to watch. Not we want, of course, who wouldn't love the experienced one? If that's what they talking about, trying to get.
What you call it played well for the Bucks that year, DiVincenzo.
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I thought he was a sneaky good.
Yeah, he wasn't bad.
So all right, so real quick before we go to the Brunson contract, Kyle Lowry, yes or no?
No.
Yes.
I'm gonna go majority wins all ball. Hell no. Get Kyle Lowry out of here. I don't see that dude.
For me, 2 years ago, but now, nah.
The only reason why Flea it will work is if he's the agitator. If he's tripping people up and he's causing trouble, yeah.
Here's just my thing. I don't want him to do nothing but that, and just be another capable ball handler. Like my preference, I think I told y'all, my preference would be by the time December 15th comes and we could start trading and grabbing guys that signed over the summer. If Brogdon can be a Knick by the time the new year starts, I would love that.
Same here.
Malcolm Brogdon?
Yes. Yes.
He could guard 3 positions.
I would love that. For him to be able to back up Brunson, that's be our guy that backs up Brunson. Yes, I would be fine with that. That's actually the guy I want. Let me just say that. That's the guy I want.
Remember, we've been saying that since last season. I thought we were going to get him last season. Yeah, I would.
Yes.
I would, like I said, I would love him because once again, he could guard the 1, the 2, and the 3.
I think he's making a $25 million a year. I don't know how we would trade him to Washington. I don't know if we could dupe them into something, but then the cap space, you got to pay Randall, Brunson.
Ain't no way Washington is about to do anything with Brogdon and the dude they gave $30 million to just now, Valanciunas. Valanciunas is going to be on a contender before the playoffs start. Promise y'all. There's no way he took 3 years, $30 million from. Come on, y'all. He ain't gonna be there. That wasn't a deal to say I love Washington. Let me go. No, Chocolate City. Get the hell out of here. Go.
And he turned down the Pelicans, who I mean they're hit and miss, but yes, that's right. Hit the like button, y'all. Working
Big
out.
Will.
He turned down the Lakers too. Let's never forget that.
OG will never let us forget who's turned down the Lakers this year. He's been keeping track. He's been keeping notes.
The whole free agent list turned on the Lakers, bro.
Exactly.
What are they doing over there? Got some breaking news, Flea?
What'd you say?
So you got some breaking news?
No. I had to hit the mute button. Baby Flea was running her mouth. I'm sorry.
Hit that like button, man. Share, subscribe, y'all. Thank you. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, hit the description. Follow us on there. You got Flea, AllBall TV, Fabian PerspecTV. On Instagram, Twitter, everything. All the other YouTube channels. Jump on there. Share, like, comment, subscribe, and stop playing with us, man.
How you say it? They don't like comentario. Suscribe.
Oh, Flea's back in a good mood. I got him. I worked him around his lunchtime.
I'm gonna curse you out when we get off of this shit. We're
gonna stay on here, and I want to hear what you got to say.
I'm gonna curse you out when we get off of this shit. I'm gonna call OG. I'm gonna ask him about his weekend, and then I'm gonna call you. I'm gonna curse you out. That's it.
Well, are we gonna curse out Jalen Brunson because he is up for a 4-year, $157 million extension this summer? Also, he can wait it out till next season, next summer, and he can sign for 5 years, $269 million.
Hey, I don't want to see nobody in the chat. I don't want to hear nothing from my big brothers on the screen about overpaying. I don't want to hear none of that shit from none of y'all. Because if I know my OG, he's the biggest Brunson fan in the world, y'all. But when it comes to dollars and cents, he will let you know, I don't know if I OG, I'm telling you now, don't you start that shit with our franchise player. Don't do it. I'm gonna be quiet now. Don't you do it, because I see the look. I see it. I see it already. I see it stirring up here. You don't want to say that, Fabian. Take the mic and talk.
This is not a cheap man. This is not a cheap individual. I've been around him. He is no, he ain't no.
Let me tell y'all something. I ain't gonna tell y'all. I pull up on OG in Harlem. Treats me right that evening. Pause. Like but when I walked up on him and I seen what he was getting out, I was like, oh yeah, this brother likes nice things. He takes care of himself. He's not a cheap dude. Nah. Haircut maybe. He don't want to. He want to pay a little extra for a haircut, but nah. OG is not a cheap brother.
We gotta save somewhere.
Come on.
Yeah.
Baby, and I see what he hopped out of.
Yeah.
I said, oh, okay, yeah. You like nice things. Heard you. Love
nice. Yeah. But
so with that being said,
you heard of? Yeah, but you dress nice.
With that being said, OG, you have not said one word yet. I need to hear how you feeling about paying Jalen Brunson. Please.
These numbers, I'm just thinking 5 years from now, what's these contracts going to be, right? And it's like
$70 million a year.
You guys ain't winning no championships. Like, you guys ain't #1 selling jersey sellers. Y'all ain't got no sneakers flying off the shelf. And it's like, what? But listen, man, if anybody deserves that money, Jalen Brunson deserves that money. Because what he turned the whole city around, not just the organization. See, for me, I don't mind paying a player when they change culture. No disrespect. These players getting 300, 250, which I commend. Listen, man, get as much money as possible. They're not changing the culture. They're not changing the heartbeat of the city. Jalen Brunson changed the heartbeat and the culture and the look of New York City. He turned us around from being a laughingstock to where everybody in the world was watching us.
I like where you going. Cook.
So,
I like where you going.
For me, you got to give him the money because, and let me just say this. I am a hater. Let's get to that. I have no problem admitting that. I don't think no one deserves $300 million I really don't. You niggas ain't curing cancer. Y'all ain't got nothing extra on the iPhone that's gonna help out with it. Like, ain't nobody saving the world. So,
Yes. Yo, Fabian, he be on bullshit.
If you pay my son $300 million, I'd be happy. But in the back of my mind, I'd be like, they gave this little nigga 300.
Nah, did you hear him lean? You heard him lean into the hate. He said, "I'm gonna just keep it a buck. I'm a hater."
Yeah,
Bane was hiding in there. He was trying. He was kind of.
He was trying.
But I'm gonna just say this. Congratulations to everybody getting their money. But to me, Jalen Brunson changed the culture. He became an MVP candidate. He became an All-Star. He became an All-NBA player. He put his team in contention to being champions. A lot of these guys don't do that. So, to give you an example. Yeah, Paul George is a good player. I'm not saying great. He's a good player. He doesn't do anything that Jalen Brunson did. He's not going to change the post and the culture in Philly.
OG, he was just on his pod announcing the number. It was nasty. Fabian. Hold on. Give me two seconds. Give me 2 seconds. Because I know you didn't like it. Give me 2 seconds.
I hope. I can't wait for you to just ask you what I asked you after this. But go ahead.
Please. And respectfully, you can. Because we have to at this point. OG, he's on his joint. And he says, well, y'all look at me the same as Kawhi. Y'all wanted to throw my phone at the screen. Like I wanted to throw my phone. You think they look at you the same as Kawhi?
He said.
Well, give me what you gave Kawhi.
He said they woke up the bully.
Oh, he's been talking that waking up the bully shit for years.
Then he takes the 8. He takes the 8 for Kobe.
You know how that didn't sit. That didn't sit right with me. That didn't sit right with me.
I'm gonna let y'all go. So my point.
Now he's worn 2 numbers that Bean's worn, right? 8 and 24.
So, and that's the point. This is why Jalen Brunson deserves as much money as everybody else. He literally had the whole world tuning in to the New York Knicks. Whether you wanted to see them win or lose. He was Floyd Mayweather of the NBA. You see how many people complain about Floyd, but when it was time for him to fight, the pay-per-view numbers was up, the flights was up, the
Everybody's
hotel
watching.
rooms. Exactly. Jalen Brunson had the whole world arguing over him last season. So for me, what Jalen Brunson did for the city, the culture, the organization, the team, and how he made all his teammates household names, to me, that's what makes you a max player. So yes, give Jalen Brunson whatever he needs because he proved that he can be a leader, a winner, and he can make everybody around him better, and he can make the city believe. Because I believe now Jalen Brunson will bring the New York Knicks a championship. So yes, give him that money, y'all. Give him that money.
We got OG to spend some money. I love it.
But look how I gotta break it down to spend that money.
Yo, Fabian, we got OG to spend a couple $. He said, "All right, we go a couple $."
Listen, when you got the whole world doing this, come on, man. When you got
and
that,
we still don't even know what it means, bro. That's the fly shit.
When you got a person like Perk in that celebrity role coming through just because of Brunson, when you hear how the whole world was talking about him, that's who you pay. Not a guy that's going to be 38 after his contract is up and they did jack nothing. Yeah, I'm talking about PG, who loves podcasting more than basketball. That's a fact. The floor is y'all, fellas.
By the way, I think a little birdie told me that this actually is like it means love in sign language or something like that. Little birdie told me, aka Twitter. But what's this guy? Mr. Dolan and Leon Rose deserve an apology and from the fans for turning this team around. Mr. Dolan owes us.
We ain't apologizing shit. We've been bigging up Leon Rose. We done coined him La Costa Rosa. Like, we've been doing a lot of reverse cowgirling on Leon Rose. It's enough. It's enough. Enough.
Time to show and prove.
Yes,
time to show and prove.
It's enough. We love you, nostalgic.
Mr. Dolan,
I feel you.
The greatest position of all time. I'm sorry.
OG, I'm telling you, baby. When that back tap, when they got the back tap,
Fabian, get it in control, brother.
No, we will not. Let's stay on that for 3 small seconds. That's unanimous.
I'm telling you.
That's unanimous out here.
Listen.
You crazy?
I lay there like I'm dead.
Like you're dead.
Stay there all night.
No, my favorite. When AllBall
I'm
said
not breathing.
I'm not breathing. Now he say I laid it like a cockroach. A cockroach is crazy. A cockroach is crazy. Yo, 2 is nuts.
He's nuts.
When I heard him say that, I almost threw my computer out the window. What are you talking about online right now?
I gotta shoot some Texas out tonight.
Yo, that is insane.
Yo, come on, man. Get it go. Yo, listen. Do not egg me on. Let's get it back, man. Get it back.
They talking about Fabian and Flea. When OG gets in his bag, he goes crazy. Reverse cowgirl is crazy. I'm telling y'all.
I'm about to put it in the chat. Is reverse cowgirl the GOAT? That's all we want to know. If you say no, you might be banned from AllBall TV privileges. Are you crazy?
What do we say about later? Like you dead. Like you dead.
That's the GOAT. You can watch. You can cook a meal.
You bet cook a meal. You better not move, nigga. You better not move, nigga.
They said that position. You can watch TV. You can talk on the phone. You can text. You can make.
I do everything. I do everything. I take a sip of my liquor. I scroll my everything. I'm doing everything.
Fabian, get us back, man. Please, man. Please get us banned on here. Come on,
please, Fabian, please
get us back.
I'm just trying to stop myself from going on to YouTube and put it in the poll. Hilarious.
Oh man, that was great. That was great. That was great.
Where were we?
Exactly. See? Exactly.
Yo, that's not.
Nostalgic Nick was saying that.
No, it's just that because there's too many chicks that could. There's a couple, and not everybody. It's not everybody.
Listen, come on.
Come on. Like to do that. Yo, come on, man. Oh my, yo, come on, get us complete.
When she do that, you change her name in your phone. Like now, you change the name
immediately. Like
now you save it. Now it's just not a couple of numbers going across. Now that's a name. No. Now we scroll to the name.
Now, I ain't gonna lie. When the full name is in your phone,
come on.
When you got a girl full name in there, Keisha Smith.
Whole full name, last name. No emojis.
With the middle initial though, Keisha C. Smith. Nah, crazy.
You take out of the fake calculator app and put it in your actual contacts. You made it, yeah. I'm sorry.
Yo, fake.
So Jalen Brunson, the contract extension this summer.
Wow,
that was a drool. I know who I know who I need to call when shit gets sticky. Pause. I know who I need to call. He gonna coach me through it, OG.
Listen, hold on. Listen, for everybody, here's a PSA. If you hear things rumbling and stumbling in here, everything drops out of nowhere, my screen goes black. So somebody is working remote also, and if they heard something, I might go. It might be fade to black out here.
I'm not responsible. Look at OG looking over his shoulder. Look at that nasty work. That's bad work.
Let me tell.
Look. What y'all talking about? Nothing.
Yo, that's bad work.
Sorry,
they want me to put the poll up. Hold on, fella. Hey, hold on.
Now put that poll up.
They don't like comentario. Screaming. I'm telling y'all better subscribe. This is regular. We've gone off the wall. We'll get back. I'm telling you, y'all. I'm sorry. This was necessary. I ain't seen my brothers in a couple days. This is necessary. This is necessary.
Miss my guys, man. Miss my brother. Miss y'all in the chat too. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
The chat keeps you going. Will said, "Someone please call 911." Hold on.
Shavar said the show is in a tailspin right now.
I guarantee you, everybody that's in the house with wifey or their female friend is looking at them right now like, yeah, the night's going down. Look,
act right. Act right.
It's going down tonight. I'm just letting you know right now.
It's going down tonight.
we gonna make sure this is the greatest of all time.
Oh man,
Lord have mercy. Flea, while he putting that in the poll.
Yep. What you got, OG?
Do we give Brunson all that money?
Yeah, I think that's the first time ever that it's justified to pay a guy whatever he's asking for. That guy right there, I couldn't have said it any better than you said it. These niggas is wild in the comments. I'm sorry. They bugging right now. We started some shit. They bugging right now.
Here we go.
I'm sorry, y'all. Yo, they bugging right now.
Hold on. Listen, man. Top 3. Doggy, reverse cowgirl, missionary with the Lake Street back parallel. No crossing like a pretzel. She's holding her leg back. Wow. Yo, LB.
Whoever that is pregnant now. Whoever that is pregnant now.
You just got pregnant. Somebody got pregnant with me reading that right now. Oh,
fact. That's a fact.
Gotta love our people, man. I love y'all, man. We really love y'all for real, man. Y'all make our day, man. For real.
Hey, listen, man. We also have our memberships. You guys can contribute to because they might ban us off YouTube and we ain't never getting a view again. So please, like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the membership button, man. Join us, please. I'm sorry, Brunson, does he get the money?
OG, we got to pay him, though. We got to pay him.
Yes.
We got to pay him. We can't give him any inkling that we don't love and respect him, right? Because if we slight him, if we short him, if we, hey, take a discount because we want to, I'm a commodity. There's a bunch of teams right now that are looking for a lead guard that could do everything that he does. There's plenty of teams that would take him right now in a heartbeat. So we don't need to do anything to discourage him, discourage his daddy. Nothing. Let's do this the right way. Pay him the money he was earned. This don't got shit to do with his name.
No. Say that again. That E word. All capitals.
Pay him the money he was earned, OG.
There we go.
Fabian, this don't got shit to do with, oh, we're paying you 4 years, $212 million because your name is Paul George. This don't got shit to do with your name. This has all to do with what you've done on the basketball court for the last 3 seasons. This don't got shit to do with Jalen Brunson. This has to do with, oh shit, that dude with the jersey with the name Brunson on the back of the jersey, he's for real.
Results.
He's for real.
First year playoffs, we went against a Cleveland team nobody thought we would beat. Second year with them, playoffs. Everybody said, don't go for the second seed, get the 3rd seed and duck Philadelphia because we wasn't going to win, and we smoked City them.
Yep.
Please, you said it perfect. He earned it. Earned it.
Quote, we feel like he earned it. There was one man who did think they were going to beat Cleveland in 5. There was one guy that did announce that.
His name is Fabian. Totally
no,
correct.
the exact games.
Yep.
The exact games. He said, we're getting them out of there in 5.
Yeah.
You were right, Fabe.
The total mismatch. I think Brunson is everything you guys said. I don't know if he'll take the maximum, though. Does he deserve it? Yeah. Because I think 100% because of the play on court, the leader that he is, but also he brought his team from college. That's his team. Those are his friends, and they're good. If somebody told you, you know how it is when you wait and somebody tell you they got something and they come through, yeah. What's that for?
Fabe, hold on. I'm gonna let you cook real quick though. People can laugh about that and think that that's like, oh, cute, he's playing. The type of leader he is, guys wanted to come wherever they were at to play next to him. That little small clip we saw when they signed Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson jumped out to wherever he was at, he was jumping for joy. That was real joy. That wasn't some, oh, I'm recording him doing some goofy shit for the internet. He was genuinely happy when he saw that Josh Hart got traded to the Knicks. Mikal Bridges, Dante DiVincenzo, like, again, people from the outside who are not Knicks fans and all that, they could laugh, oh, they assembling the same team they had in college. Well, that team was a championship team in college. Let's start there. They were a championship team in college, right? They played multiple championships. Not 1, but 2.
And one more thing. They play their best basketball when they're with Jalen Brunson. So, have we even seen Mikal Bridges' best basketball played yet?
It's a great question. It's a great question. And we saw Bridges next to Booker and CP3, and he was excellent. He was excellent.
And he still wasn't the offensive player they 2 years ago. But I'm not expecting that either. I'm expecting a lot of that because you ain't the number 1 option. So now everything's gonna open up for you. But I do feel like he's gonna wait a season because he doesn't have to go 5 years, 256. He can go 5 years, 200, 5 years, 220. Take less money because the guy he got to call is Tom Brady. You better go look at that man's career.
Great point. Ooh, great
Tom
point.
Brady's going to tell you, yo, I had to take less money from offensive linemen, bro.
Tim Duncan as well.
There's no way I could win. There's no way to compete like that. You want to compete like that and keep competing like that, you got to take less money. You just have to, and it's not. And again, it's Tom Brady. He had a roast a month, 2 months ago where it was like, I thought it was all right. But it was on Netflix live, and I'm like, yo, hold on. What other player in football have they ever done this for?
Right.
And I'm not saying Brunson's going to be that, but he's trying to get with the media. You're going to be in New York. You're going to be remembered forever, and there's nothing like remembering you forever by winning and winning the right way. Man, oh man, I hate to bring up LeBron. We'll bring him up in a second because he's the hottest topic in the game still, right, AllBall? But it was still like you still got to trade all these pieces. You trade for Westbrook, trade for this, trade for that. They're doing it the right way. You got the infrastructure up top. You don't want to break this up. Sometimes all good money ain't good money. It's just not. To turn this into a dynasty
What I always say about that. I'm wishing him well.
You always say that, Fleet. That's a fact.
Right or wrong. I'm wishing him well. But OKC could be kicking themselves if Hartenstein doesn't live up to $30 million. Like, that could turn out to be bad money. It just is what it is. I'm not wishing him bad because I want to see him do well. But that could very well turn into a head scratcher on Presti. Like, damn, did I get this nigga too much money? Because he ain't doing what I expect of him. That's what I mean. Like, I'm random guys. Just have a great year. Get the bag. Go take the bag for another team that could pay them. But the situation ain't the greatest. So, nah, we got to pay Brunson. We got to lock him in. Before you segue, Fabian, I wanted to ask him because I was late to the party. Again, I see everything AllBall is doing. He thinks he's low. He tries to be low. I see everything he's doing. I see how he's operating this summer. If anybody's outside, OG is outside this summer. So real quick, OG.
Yeah.
Reader's Digest version. How was your experience at the Big Three? Talk to us a little bit about that. What did you see? How was the gameplay? Talk to me before Fabian segues into the next topic.
So I got to give a shout out to my guy, Brawley, man, a.k.a. Cheese. He plays for the Harlem Globetrotters. Family right there, man. Nothing but love. He invited me with him. VIP access was crazy at the Prudential Center.
Fire.
When I say like people had the axe to sit next to us where we was at. That's how crazy that was.
That's dope.
Had the whole experience great. We wound up meeting a young man that fought on the undercard of the Shakur Stevenson fight.
Okay.
I'm going to send y'all this kid page. He was there with his father. It's 5 brothers. They all box.
That's fire. That's fire.
And we wound up sitting in like the VIP section with them and just talking about life. So that part was great. Big shout out to Joy. I seen Joy working. I didn't want to DM her because I know how it is when you working. But then she hit me up like, damn, AllBall, why you ain't tell me you was in the building? So I gotta give a big shout out to her. But the Big Three, the experience was great. But I'm gonna be honest, Ice Cube got a little bit of work to do. The entertainment aspect is not good. And I'm gonna be honest, ISO Joe was ringing. If I'm Ice Cube, if you're not coming into this looking like ISO Joe, who still look like he's playing in the league, then I don't need you on the court. Guys is missing layups. Guys is just can't like it's listen. It almost look like an old folks home.
Niggas is out of shape. Niggas is out of shape.
And it's too,
Joe looks like an Adonis.
Bro, listen,
he looks crazy. His body looks crazy.
It's too many players that we don't know. When you trying to attract the youth, so for me, Ice Cube, and it's too long. You get there at 2, you leave at 7. It's 5-6 games. That's too many. So for me, you know, I think Ice Cube, you know, he got to figure some things out. But the experience, big shout out to Cheese, man. Like the experience was great. I have no complaints. That experience, it's almost a gift and a curse because it's like now that's the only experience you want. I don't want to sit nowhere else. I don't want to be treated. No, I want to be able to walk through everywhere.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's what happens when you fly first class. You fly first class for the first time. It's like, well, I want to go back there with the peasants, man. I want to stretch my feet out. I want to close the curtain on you bitch ass niggas. Like, I want my fault. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? I want to chill.
It was great though, man. Big shout out Ice Cube. Big shout out to Big Three. Big shout out to Joy doing great work. And once again, my brother Cheese, man, all love.
That's dope.
Hold on. Big shout out to the guy Bill, who basically runs the Prudential Center. That's who we was hanging with. Come on, man. What y'all talking about over here, man?
Like I said, y'all, don't ever let you see dude in the blue shirt. Don't ever let that brother tell you he's not outside. He be outside.
And we humble about it. We don't brag, we don't but like
Nothing.
Yeah, we humble about it.
Nothing.
Yeah, man. But big shout out to them guys that show number love.
That's dope. That's dope, OG.
Well, out of nowhere from the Raptors, the clouds, the universe.
Sting is in the building.
It's Sting. It's Sting. He jumped out of nowhere, man. With an elbow drop, leg drop to the middle of the ring.
Dom Dropper, LA in the building. What up, Dom?
Goddamn Dom Dropper. What up, man?
Dude, we got to get an episode soon for Sportsman, like where we talk about all these offseason moves.
Got you.
Yes.
Within the next week.
Yes. Let's do it. Let's do it. What up, Dom?
Yeah, why not? We can do it now and watch you melt. And watch you melt over there. Playoff P. All of a sudden, he's a clown now. Oh, yeah. Somebody warned you years ago.
D-May, get him.
Oh, George? Oh, man. I think you guys dodged a bullet not trying to inquire into getting that guy. I can't wait till the Knicks and the Celtics beat Philly again. I actually still have love for Paul George. Sorry guys, I have some love for Paul George, but right now for the rest of his career, like I'm gonna hate on him. Like it's all smoke for the rest of his career.
Hey, Dom, hold on. You know, I gotta ask you this. You know, you're my brother, love you to death, man. Big shout out to you. You always doing great work too. Just to let you know, great work, Dom.
You too.
On a serious note, no trolling, no being funny. What is your thoughts in LA with Kawhi Leonard right now?
Man, my thoughts are that I'm really over this experience, and I want to move on. I mean, he's the biggest problem with the team. Like Paul George was ridiculous, but well, yeah, because of his injuries. Like I don't think it's something that he does. I mean, we know that he's not like a very vocal guy. He's not like a vocal leader of the team. He's not like a great ambassador of a franchise. He just kind of clocks in and plays basketball at a very high level. But he's not really doing that for us when it counts. He's always injured. And then now he's playing for the Olympic team. Like, you don't even understand how hard that is for me to see.
Wow.
Like him playing for the Olympics. Like what? I just think for a guy who hasn't been able to be there when it matters most for his employer, he's playing more high level basketball, full speed basketball. Like I'm not about it, but he can do whatever he wants with his own career. But yeah, I'm over it. There's a lot of Clipper fans still have, like, especially on social media, love Kawhi and like defend him like he's done so much for our franchise, like he's done as much as even Brunson for you guys. And it's one of my least favorite things about Clipper social media. I really despise it. Like, why is this guy so protected by everybody? Like, what has he done? And yeah, I'm over it, man. I can't wait till he's gone. I can't wait till Harden's gone. But the thing is, we'll see. If he's healthy one time in the playoffs, I would be very ecstatic. Like, we could get to see this. I just don't believe it. And then another year of just saying, well, if Kawhi's healthy, because like that's the thing. We should not talk about the Clippers much on the 4 Sportsmen if we do it this year, because what is there to say? If Kawhi's healthy, they could be great. Like, it's the same tired conversation. Like, we're tired of that shit. At least I am. And there's a lot of fans that feel the same way. But yeah, there's some that just going to stand by it no matter how long he's a Clipper.
Wow.
So Dom, real quick, in a perfect world, where your frustrations are at, where the frustrations are at with the fan base. You speaking for the fan base, because you can do that. In a perfect world, what would you have had happen this summer? If you're Lawrence Frank, if you're Steve Ballmer, if you're Ty Lue, like, what in a perfect world would you have done with this Clippers team and look forward to going into training camp?
Honestly, I think the biggest mistake was re-signing Kawhi in the middle of the season and not getting the deals done at the same time. I know that could cause more tough conversations in the summer. Maybe they, collude with one another to like have some kind of leverage on the Clippers. But if they really want to win a championship still, they're not trying to take the biggest contract possible, because then Harden can't re-sign for much and then you can't fill out the roster the way you want. So I think this summer they couldn't have done much different, honestly. Because the Warriors aren't giving up Kuminga. So, like, do we really want to trade and get, still be in salary, in a tough salary situation and trade?
Because that was the deal for Paul George, right? That
like Moody,
potentially he was going to go to the Warriors and y'all would get back Kuminga.
Just one first-round pick. Like, I just don't know if that's the move. But now I see that there's a plan. They want to have a bunch of cap space in 2027. I obviously would prefer not to wait that long before Kawhi and Harden are gone. But at least they have some kind of vision that this is going to come to an end soon. And, yeah, we get to move on from this nightmare. That's what I consider a nightmare. All these other fans are going to tell you, oh, no, man, I still believe. Like, all right, brother. Like, you guys are crazy.
I gotta get Dom some tequila or something, man. This ain't the real Dom. Ain't the real Dom. Where's the Knicks Clippers fan reacts, angry reaction to Paul George being the bum that I thought he was. Well, I always say.
AllBall asked me about everything but Paul George. So, I mean, how about Mikal Bridges, though, guys? I mean, how does that feel? I mean, I know you guys have been already talking about it for so long, but, like, just briefly.
We humble over here. You hear AllBall earlier? We humble over here. We ain't trying to brag.
Nah.
Kick you while you down over there.
Well, no, hold on. It's not about no. We never kick him while he's down. No, I think, to me, the Bridges thing, it feels great. Not only because it's Bridges, it just seems like, the Knicks organization now has some smart guys in the front office, and we're actually making the right moves for the future. Like I keep saying, it's not about right now. It's about the future. So I feel, I feel wonderful that now we have guys that they're not jumping out the window doing nonsense moves and making nonsense trades that don't make sense. So the Mikal Bridges moves, I love it because that's all we've been talking about for the last season or two. Like, yo, if we can get Mikal to fit in with these guys, so I feel great about that. I didn't want to ask about Paul George because I'm being honest. We kind of I'm over, like how you over Kawhi. I've been over Paul George.
You were harder on Kawhi out of anybody last season on 4 Sports.
Yeah, and no disrespect, but look, like, and this is what I've always been saying about the guy. Yeah, he's great, but I'm not going to be vouching for somebody that's great 50% of the time. In my opinion, what he did in Toronto, he gets too much props for it. Kawhi's a good player. He's a good player. But the way people treat him and how he holds organizations hostage, and it's almost like we can't do nothing without him. No, he's not that. Because once again, I'm going to keep saying it. He won on 2 teams that were stacked. He ain't take a Washington Wizards team and put him on his back and got him to the motherland. San Antonio, a great roster. Toronto's Raptors. When everybody want to do their due diligence, go ahead and look at that roster and look at what Toronto Raptors was doing the previous seasons. So it's not like he did something that was super special. I'm sorry. And to me, he used that as leverage, and now everybody has him as the greatest small forward ever seen. But when you really look at it, listen, man, that's why I call him the real Kaiser Soze.
A lot of what you said is true. I think what's crazy is that Kawhi really has held 3 organizations by just holding him to stuff, or almost blackmailing, threatening him to do things. Like the way he's dealt with his 3 organizations is very interesting. But I was going to ask you guys about something Knicks related. I was going to ask about ball. Not who would you rather have? Not who would you rather have? But do you think Mikal Bridges is better than Paul George at basketball right now, like this season?
Wow, that's
whatever all thinks that means better at basketball.
So I want to answer. I want my brothers to answer that too, because wow, that's a great question. Right now, I would rather Mikal Bridges than Paul George. Paul George is probably a better basketball player, but I think Mikal Bridges has an opportunity to be better than Paul George.
Really, all time?
Yeah. I'm not high on Paul George like everybody else is.
I mean, all time. PG's put in a lot of work in this league, though. I can't knock what he's done to be great.
How much work? No disrespect. How much work did he actually put in?
I mean, he's been great for 13 years in a row.
He's been good. He ain't been great.
If you make the All-Star team, you're one of the best 25 players in basketball. Come on. He's
been great. He played over 70 games 8 times in his season. He's played great, but it ain't no here y'all go. Is what I've been saying. It's the same thing as T-Mac, Lamar Odom, and these dudes who I thought Jason Tatum was gonna be. He is who I thought he was. But is he gonna be better than Mikal Bridges? His legacy? No, it's not gonna be that. It's just not. You think Philly would rather have Paul George over Mikal Bridges? Hell no. Not alongside the MVP. He's more of a glue piece. He can pass better, plays way better defense at this point. That's not close. Probably could pass. Yeah, he definitely passes better. And just Paul George is more skilled. We know he's more talented. But when it matters most, that's not who he is. We've seen it too many times. He woke up the bully. Oh, word. Ain't nobody scared.
Muted, Flea.
Oh, hold on. That's my fault. Yeah, because your computer's going off over there. You emailing and everything. Go ahead, Flea.
Answer your phone later, gang. Answer your phone later, gang. That's all I got for you, gang. Answer your phone later, gang. That's all I got for you. For the rest of the show, got nothing for you. Now, listen. Paul George is a better basketball player than Mikal Bridges. Let me start there. He's just a better player at this juncture. I don't think there's anything that Mikal Bridges could do in his career from here going forward that's going to have his career better than Paul George's. I don't think there's nothing that can happen right now that'll rival that. Paul George probably one of the most talented players we've ever seen. Talent. Just talking about talent, ability, gifts, playing on the basketball court. you can roll your eyes all you want. It's a fact. We can argue whatever. It's a fact. Talent-wise, gifts, being able to do it. He's one of those guys that's just naturally gifted at playing basketball. But I just think Bridges is a better fit. Fit matters. How you play matters. The intangibles that you bring matters. Paul George don't really bring any more intangibles anymore. It's either you scoring or you not. You on the floor or you not. I don't see him, taking on the best player anymore. I don't see him, sitting in the chair and getting those critical stops that you need anymore. So that's what I mean. Just flat out, just going and putting the ball in the basket. Yeah, he's one of the best still. But would I rather him over Mikal Bridges, currently constructed how we are? No, give me Bridges. I don't even think Philly really, like, to saying what AllBall was saying, I don't think Philly, if they had a preference, who they would take Bridges. Shit, they drafted Bridges. They drafted him and traded him. So it's like, I think they would much rather, a lot of teams would much rather have Bridges, just in terms of fit. But who's the better player? I think Paul George still the better player.
Real quick, Flea, you know how I always stress this. I never liked that Miami Heat team because of the fit offensively. To me, it just never. When Chris Bosh started shooting threes.
Yeah, but you're wrong about that. You're just wrong. You're just wrong.
I've always disagreed.
You're just wrong because you just want to be a contrarian with that. You're wrong about that.
Meanwhile, they played the Spurs, who had the total opposite playing style, and they beat their ass, and they should have beat them back-to-back finals. But I digress.
They lost.
I digress. Game-winning shot by Ray Allen saved everything.
You could argue.
I digress.
That's basketball.
Yeah, but the point is, when
you
was
hit a game winner at some point in your life. They high-fived you. You got picked up again. Stop playing with me, man.
When was the last time Paul George, he went to a team, he played the season out, we were like, oh, this is the perfect fit. This is a well-balanced team. I haven't seen that since I thought since the Pacers it hasn't been that way. Like, that team was, I haven't seen him be on the team, and it looked like something since then. It was just names to me. Oh, by Westbrook. Okay, that's great. That's one-on-one and third in MVP. That's great. But it didn't look, I wasn't scared, but I wasn't moved by it.
Well, I think that team didn't have that great of role players, that 2019 Thunder team. Indiana, man, we underestimate how good that starting lineup was, like on both ends of the floor. George Hill, Paul George, Lance Stevenson, David West, Roy Hibbert, two-way players right here. Almost all of them are high IQ guys. They had CJ Watson coming off the bench. He was a solid backup point guard back then. I want to really watch those Indiana playoff games back and see the difference in Paul George, his aggression. Now that I'm somebody who's become such an expert on Paul George, not to sound arrogant or anything, but I've literally gone paid to watch his games. And he's on my team, and I've played so much attention. The dime dropper era has been Paul George's time with the Clippers. So, I mean, I agree with what Flea was saying. I was going to ask AllBall this. You're saying his legacy could be better than Paul George. Who do you think is better all the time, Robert Horry or Melo?
What?
You'll see where I'm going with it eventually.
Now.
Okay.
Let OG tap in. He was just sitting down with Vernon Maxwell, y'all. So let him tap into that real fast, because OG sits down with a lot of other. You know what I mean? You don't sit down with your average. So
what?
Go ahead, OG.
That's a tricky one. I think Robert Horry had a better career. My opinion. I think he had a better career.
Okay, then.
But I think him and Melo is two totally different basketball players. Wow.
No, but you said what I was looking for. You think he had a better career? Okay, that lets me know what you value though. So you would take a role player who is the perfect role player. You can put him on any team you want, because Robert Horry is that kind of guy. You could throw him on any team in any era and he would help you.
Yeah, he proved that.
But he could never do what Carmelo does in his life. He would never make an all-star team. Carmelo Anthony was making the all-star team left and right, just like Paul was. Just like McGrady, same thing. McGrady hasn't won anything, but he's one of the most talented basketball players I've ever seen in my entire life. And that's a good. But that was a good. I'm happy that you answered that way. So
listen, I mean, for me, I'm pretty sure those guys are trading all those all-stars for one championship.
What about Tracy McGrady or Michael Cooper?
No. I'm not a big T-Mac guy, but I mean, if we go skill wise, T-Mac is probably one of the greatest skill wise at that size to do what he do. But I'm taking Michael Cooper. Listen, when I build a team, I'm taking guys that's going to do whatever it takes to win.
So basically, I guess I get you.
And guys like Michael Cooper going to do whatever. I'm not saying T-Mac won't, but of course we know the talent, the skill set. But it's like I said, to me, those are kind of like apples and oranges. It's almost like you sound crazy if you pick one or the other.
Right.
But I get where you're going. I'm just saying, for me, when I'm building a team, I like the guys like big shout out Ken Anderson. When he gave his top 5, he had Scottie Pippen in his top 5.
All-time players?
Yeah.
Wow.
He gave his top 5, and he had
Michael
Scottie
Cooper
Pippen.
wasn't even a starter.
Yeah, that's because true. He wasn't a starter because
never in his career.
The Kenny Anderson happened to mention Robert Ory.
In Michael Cooper's defense, though, he was playing behind Magic, Byron Scott, and Norm Nixon his whole life.
Right. I get it. I just, in my mind, I always thought Coop was a starter for some reason. And
good enough to be, but
that was surprising. That was surprising to see that. I thought Coop was a starter more in his career. Okay. I'm wrong.
So I know all ball values championships a lot. So like that's
but I'm not I'm not going to, like I said, T-Mac is a better is probably has a way better skill set than Michael Cooper. It's not even close. It's not even close. But like I said, I see what selfish basketball players get. And they get a whole bunch of all-stars and nothing else.
But do you think Paul George is selfish, or do you think he's – because I don't think Paul George is – I mean, in terms of this, yes, going for his money, but, like, that's, he's doing what's best for him long term. But I don't think he's selfish on the court, really. I think he's dumb on the court.
No, I'm going to use Fabian's thing. He's a third option, but people keep treating him like he a 1 or 2 option. That's the problem.
Let me ask you this. What do you think Paul George's prime was?
Indiana.
Before he had the leg injury or after?
Before.
Okay, so it's basically 1 year. Because in 2013, he was averaging 17 points a game. And because he played so well in the playoffs, we all remember that season a little bit differently. But in 2014, that was like the first season where everybody's like, okay, Paul George, going into it, everybody's like, this guy is real.
Were both those series 7-game series against Miami? One of them was a 7-game series in the Eastern Conference Finals.
That was the 2013, but he was breaking out. You know what I mean? Like that game 1 shot. Remember, he made it at the end of the.
Mm-hmm.
That was when Reggie Miller was like, "We are seeing a star in the making here." But we saw that year.
What's the dunk on Birdman?
That's that series, 2013.
Okay.
But I'm saying after that series, I think he still only averaged 17 points that season. So I'm not saying that he didn't come out in the playoffs, but 2014, if you combine the regular season and the playoffs, it'd probably be his best year that AllBall is referring to. The Pacers were the number 1 seed. You know what I'm saying?
Had a lot of potential.
I feel like he was better than who was the aging veteran that was on the team at the time? The tall kid that could shoot. Yeah, Granger. I thought he was better than him.
I think a lot of everybody. I thought that as well. He just had way more of a handle, more of a bag, more wiggle to his.
It wasn't overwhelming like that. Was like his second or third. Paul George was like, all right, who is this guy? He was all around game, which is better than him. We would compare him. I thought you were gonna compare Melo to Paul George.
That's what I was about to ask y'all. Who's a better basketball player in y'all opinion, Melo or Paul George?
Yeah, that's one we used to have a lot here in Clipperland. Some people used to discuss that.
Now, you know what's funny? That used to be Paul George for me because he was an all-around better player to me. But now it's like, I'd rather have Melo. And I never thought I would have said that. That's not even like Melo. I got something with players that just are unapologetic about their game. It's like Iverson. Like, at least he knows who he is. He's not lying about it. He's coming to play every game. There's no podcast peep. I wish Melo was doing his podcast stuff while he wasn't. I would have been more of a Melo fan because I just love that he's how real he is. He's just authentic. Whether I agree with him or disagree with him, I disagree with a lot of what he says. I just don't think Paul George is authentic. I never have. He's been talking this pro bully talk for years. And I've been what Joe Rose said, Dom, Paul fraud. He's a fraud. He's been a fraud. That's what he is. He's the side of the backboard, playoff P. It was all lies. He's been doing it's like 10 years already. He's been doing on his run.
I'm taking I think I would say it like this. If they were both of them aren't to me winning a championship as a number one option, no matter what team they have around them. Everybody's worse than them on the team. They're not winning. But I would take Melo as a first option. But as a second option or lower, I would take Paul George because he's a little more, Melo's just a little bit too I want the ball for me. And Paul's off the ball is pretty good. He's pretty good, like in terms of like coming off screens and stuff and like working quickly. I feel like Melo's more of a ball stopper.
But he's consistently that.
And Paul's a better defender too. If we're talking about the best Paul George, he's a better defender for sure.
But he's inconsistent.
I think that's so fraudulent. I don't think Melo might not be one of the best on-ball defenders, but when asked to lock in and play defense, he plays defense.
Well,
Paul George
level. Talking about the best Paul George.
The best Paul George is a first team All NBA defender.
Yeah. I mean, even if he's not, like he's you know one of the better wing defenders in the NBA.
I think he's first team All NBA defensively at one point.
He was.
Was his offense like? Are we matching it up? Because like I'll say this, I mean, he led one team to the conference finals.
I just think it's all about the stuff that we want to overlook and act like it's just a movie script. No, Carmelo's a movie star damn near out there, and it feels like, yo, I ain't scared when he's out there with me. You feel the confidence around him, and a lot of confidence is lost around Paul George. That's a factor.
What do you think about what my second option thing?
Well, you know, I feel he's definitely a second or third option. Paul George. And
Melo, he was.
I mean, if Paul George is the third best player in your team, you're a pretty damn good team.
Right.
Yeah. That's what scares me about Philly now. That's what makes things kind of scary. Was like, oh, that's your third best player. Okay. When I think about this now, Nick Nurse, you got to think about this now. So I'm with you with that. So a lot of injury. The only thing holding them back is really injuries from developing chemistry, and you don't have to rely on following him.
Don't take that ball out of that kid's hand. Maxey is doing nothing but going like this. Do not, Nick Nurse, do not take the ball out of that kid's hands to now put Paul George in some makeshift point forward position and put Maxey off the ball. Let's see how he operates. Or fuck all that. What's been working has been working. Maxey is just coming into. Who's the better guard in the Eastern Conference last year outside of Brunson than Maxey? Better guard.
Jalen Brown.
Talking about guard, lead guard. I'm talking about Brown.
I mean,
God has
what they say? What they say? Halliburton, Dame. I'm just naming names.
Maybe. Tyrese was an all-star.
Donovan Mitchell. Just naming names. That's all. Trae Young was hurt. I'm just giving names. That's all I'm doing. I don't want no trouble, my brother.
Go to hell, OG. I'm just naming names.
Drew Holiday.
It's my fault. Please. I can't wait to hear what you got to say. Hold on. What you said? A better guard than
Tyrese Maxey.
Other than Jalen Brunson, like who was a better guy with the ball in his hand?
I was saying earlier in the season, AllBall disagreed. Arguably top 15, top 10 point guards last year. Period.
Maxey?
He's like,
bro. You saying top 15? That's half of the league, man. Stop that.
Right.
Ain't saying nothing.
Nah, but hold on. This is his third or fourth year. This is third or fourth year in the league. He made a leap. You got rid of Harden because he's ascending. Paul George is descending. Flea's point is you better not get in his way. And if you do, thanks. I'm a Knicks fan. Thanks. Please, Paul George, hog the ball. I would love for you nothing more than to complain again about how you're so lost because of a contract negotiation. Whatever.
Here we go.
Paul George. This is the same Paul George who publicly said, I had a conversation with CJ Miles, and I told him, in that spot, I need that shot. I looked at this motherfucker like, go back to that play. CJ was wide open. That was a good shot.
When Melo says that,
don't you dare look at Maxey and say that.
When Carmelo talks like that, I don't mind because it's like, F you because you shoot way too much. But when he told Iman Shumpert, bro, I practice this every day. 3 shots a game. I'll pass you the ball. You ain't getting that shot. I ain't giving you the ball, bro. That's not for you. I gotta go talk to the media afterwards and ask and answer why I shot over 3 guys. I make that shot every single day in practice for 1,000 times a day. What are you doing, CJ Miles?
All I'm gonna say is this: people are a little too high on Tyrese Maxey. Great player, but if you think you could build the team around him and be successful, if you think any of this happens without Joel Embiid, y'all losing your minds. But y'all can't have that. Go ahead.
Hey, Flea, Dom.
Can't stand him sometimes.
Flea,
can't stand him sometimes.
Dom, the apology countdown is in process.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be another one. This will be another one.
SGA got out the second round. How good did OKC look in the second round?
Look,
no,
listen.
All right.
SGA looked amazing. He missed the game.
Right?
They moved to 7 games. Listen, SGA looked amazing last year.
Number one seed lost in the second round. Okay.
Hey, listen, it happened. They weren't supposed to be number 1 seed.
You never thought they were a serious contender anyway.
No.
They were separated by like 2 games with Nuggets as a 3rd seed.
Once again, y'all telling me you could build a team around Tyrese Maxey. That's what y'all telling me.
That's a different. I said top 15 all ball.
Bro,
he's a top 5 player.
That's not saying top 15. That's not saying that that's half the league. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but hold on. But we got 20, 30 point guards in the league who are good. It's better. It's different than before. These are the lead guys who score on the team now. John Moran is back, so it changes everything.
All right, so let me ask y'all. Y'all telling me Tyrese Maxey is better than? Let's run them off. Is he better than Dame Lillard?
Right now? Yeah.
Currently, right now, basketball. Yes, he's playing better basketball.
Okay. You got Luke and Kyrie. You got hold on. I'm just naming. You got Drew Holiday. You got Brunson. You got
stop at Kyrie. You got Kyrie or Maxey. Or Ball says no, clearly.
No, just to see. But this is what I'm saying. A guy have a good year, a good season or two, and now we put them over guys that have been doing it for 10 plus years and who are still playing great basketball and just got out the finals. And I'm not even a big Kyrie guy, but this is my point. And this is why I held reserve last season with Ant-Man and SGA. Of course, I was wrong, but once again, Ant-Man got to the conference finals. SGA didn't get to the conference finals. Maxey lost in the first round. What are we talking about?
We've seen Kyrie get done up by Boston 2 series in a row now. They had no answers for them. We haven't seen that from Maxey yet. Went to the playoffs and balled at the guard. Right, won him a game at the end of the game.
Let's name some guards. You got Donovan Mitchell. You got Drew. You got Trae Young. You got Ja Morant.
He's better than Trae Young. He's better than Trae Young. I like his game better than Trae Young. It's harder to guard Maxey than Trae Young.
Okay.
I got him over Trae Young.
I'm taking him over Trae Young too.
Okay.
DeJounte Murray, you got him over Murray?
Yes. Got him over Murray.
Very professional. I got a professional yes out of that. Let's keep going. Look, he's laughing. We got him.
You taking him over Halliburton?
Nah, come on, man. Be serious. Let's get serious now.
No.
Taking him over Donovan Mitchell?
Point guard.
Oh, I thought first you said guard. Now you put the P on. I'm just saying you said guard first. Don't do that.
What are you thinking, Dom?
You know what I meant when I said guard. Lead point guard, guy who has the basketball in his hand and says, let me give it to you. Let me give it to you. Yeah, give me him over Murray. Give me him over Trae Young. Give me him over
Donovan Mitchell.
Mitchell is not a lead guard. Over Garland, yes.
Hey, Dom, you too quiet over here. Dom, is Tyrese Maxey a top 15 point guard in the league?
What? Top 15 point guard in the league? Are you crazy, AllBall? It's a disrespectful question.
I'm just asking. Oh, so he's top. So he's definitely top 10.
Easily.
Okay.
Oh, wow. I was struggling with top 10.
I mean, I watched your guys' series. And the regular season I was playing. Dude, Maxey, he's a beast.
Hold on. We named. Listen, who we got?
He's one of the
Maxey went from averaging 26 a game in the regular season. 70 games he played, averaged 26 a game. In the playoffs, he went up to 30 in 6 games. 30 against us.
30 in the playoffs against a good
30 a night.
I mean,
I think the numbers don't say it all.
They don't. That's just a blanket. That's just blanket. What did he do in the regular season to what he did in the playoffs? Everything went up. field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, free throw percentage, assists, rebound, everything went up.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, Trae Young.
Top
Stay the
10,
hell away
Dom?
from my team, Trae Young.
What'd you say?
Top, Dom, top 10.
Easily.
Easily.
So
Yeesh.
hold on. So 10 is what? Curry. 10 is what? Curry, SGA,
Okay.
Jalen Brunson.
Luka, Jalen Brunson, yeah.
Luka, Jalen Brunson, Curry. That's 3. How was Luka? Come on, Fabian. See, that's what I'm saying. Luka's not top 10 point guard in the league. What are you talking about?
I don't think he's a whatever. All right,
That's his position.
Cool,
Not
man.
that many true point guards though, when you want to go so traditional.
You know what? You're right. Sorry.
You got Halliburton.
Okay.
You got Drew Holiday. You got Dame Lillard.
Slow down, though. Slow down. I love Drew Holiday. You know, he's one of his biggest fans. I don't know if he's better than Maxey anymore.
Here we go. See, this is what I'm saying.
It's what you value. It's what you value.
I value that's very much.
It's not what you value. It's if Drew Holiday's in Maxey's position where Embiid gets hurt, how much better is the team? We saw the Philadelphia 76ers struggle without Embiid. Maxey
They
was
struggled,
still doing
but they maintained the playoff season.
Exactly. They would have been worse.
They could have bottomed out.
I love Holiday, but he's your best offensive player.
They could have bottomed out.
They were bottoming out. They had to bring back Embiid for those last 10 games because they were scared to make the playoffs.
No,
they were bottoming out. So I'm not gonna give him. That's why I'm going to all ball. His point is, yo, he's better than Drew Holiday. Hold on.
No, I get it.
It's a hold on.
So you put Drew Holiday in Maxey's position and they don't bottom out, is what you're saying?
Listen, I don't think it's this far.
Maxey was dropping 50 balls just to make sure this team was still relevant to be in the playoffs.
So hold on, fellas.
Them other guys that you talking about right now, they're not gonna be doing that.
Hold on,
not Drew Holiday.
We stuck on Drew Holiday. We split on Drew Holiday though.
Okay, fine.
Oh, boy.
I mean, this is the crazy part. I'm one of Drew Holiday's biggest advocates, but even I just showed you how good I think Maxey is. But keep going, AllBall. You can ask me more.
So you telling me, all right, let's try to agree. You said we agree on Curry, we agree on Jalen Brunson, we agree on Luka. That's 3.
SGA
is 4. Halliburton is 5.
You can even say Fox. I'll take Fox over him.
De'Aaron Fox?
Maxey?
Yeah. It's closer than people think, but I would take Fox.
Conversation.
Fox is better right now because
we said
Fox got to go to.
That's 6. I mean, it ain't got to be in concrete, but let's just run some decent names. That's 6.
We said Halliburton.
Yes, we didn't say John Morant.
Yeah, we didn't say Joe. Okay, fine. Yeah, John Morant as well. I'll give it to you.
That's 7.
Ja for sure.
Young. I mean, I'll give Trae Young the edge. Fuck it.
Not me.
But that's where I'm stopping.
I'm going Trae Young.
I'm stopping there.
So we're split on that.
Miss me with Trae Young. I tried to give Trae Young the benefit of the doubt for the last few years. Miss me with him.
Okay.
But we split on Holiday and Trae Young so far. We split on those guys. Everybody else so far.
Maxey still makes the top 10 regardless.
Yeah, so he's top 10. He's top 10. He's top 10.
Yes.
Because like y'all said, guys like Donovan Mitchell, them guys is not point guards. We didn't even name Kyrie.
Yeah, Kyrie
I know.
said he wants to be a shooting guard at this point, essentially.
You know, so.
But yeah.
Wow. What about Jamal Murray?
Ooh.
It's a fair question.
Better. Nah, Murray's better.
He gets no love.
It's a fair question. Why is Murray better?
Because he had once you have a go-to move and you could keep up all game, like he does a lot that Maxey does already.
Fabian, why is he better than Maxey? You about to tell me what your preference is? Why is he better than Maxey?
That's not a preference.
You just said if you got a go-to move for me.
Yeah,
that's the reason why. For me, if you got a go-to move, you're better.
You gonna ask me to let me answer, or you want to keep cutting me off and not get me in? What are you gonna do, Fleet? You said after we get off the live, you're gonna call me, bro. After, but I think I'm a fan of if like people that just hone in their skill, like they really polish their skill. Like, it's hard. I guess it's not hard to explain, but that's why I get frustrated. Like you said, Flea, I'm frustrated with Ant-Man and Tatum when they don't take advantage of their talent, their skills that you develop. It ain't a talent. It ain't talent. We see in your skills you worked on. That baseline jumper that Jamal Murray got, nobody could stop it. That shit is crazy, and I don't think Maxey has that. He's still more energy to me. He's still more energy. It's crazy energy, but Murray is controlling the game better. I think he's a better point guard than Maxey at this point. Right now, they got smoked. They got reverse smoke last year in the playoffs, but I'll take Jamal Murray right now. If it's time to win a championship, You gotta go Murray. You gotta go Murray.
I would probably. I mean, my explanation was gonna be a little different, but I would say, you know what, I'll take Murray just for one more year. We'll see if he does one more year though. We'll see how he goes. But I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt because he won a championship as the second option. That's what Maxi's trying to do right now. He has. Well, I think what Fabian was trying to say is like his pull up mid range. He can go both ways and pull up like anytime he wants. That is something that Maxi doesn't really have. But Maxi gets downhill, gets 2 feet in the paint so much more. But yeah, I like that he's a big guard, proper 3-level scorer. Like there's no spot on the court that he neglects. And he's done it at the highest level. So I guess I'm gonna go with him. But I'm not knocking anybody for saying Maxi at this point. We forgot about Damian Lillard, by the way. But I think I would take Maxi over him, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, Max. I think Maxi's better than them. Dame can't lead a team into the playoffs right now by himself. I don't know if he ever could. That West was tough.
Yeah, did it multiple times.
Yeah, he wasn't by himself.
Just kidding.
He was on the same team, and I was like, "What are you doing?" And pass the ball to Maxi James.
Yeah.
I don't know what's out there.
Maybe AllBall was right. Maybe Maxi's not top 10.
No, we have him. He's fringe. I said top 15.
We all think that he's better than Dame now.
I think currently, right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Body of work. Dame has a better body of work. Clearly,
body of work, right now.
Clearly, but
okay. You would take all those guys we named over Dame as well.
Oh
yes.
Murray. Well, what about Murray? You don't think Murray probably, right? Because he never made the All-Star team. He was ass in the playoffs.
Two attributes that matter. Man, Maxi only better because he's faster and hustle harder. Yes, that makes you better.
Well,
that's a part of basketball. That makes you better.
He's left and right. He gets the basket when he wants.
He's leaning on that, and he's going 40 a game, whatever it is. Yeah, that's all he got, and he's killing.
That's something that's gonna make you better at basketball. Like give me the guy that hustles. Give me the guy that's faster. Yeah.
He got 15 more years to develop a teardrop or whatever you want him to work on.
Yeah, like yes. Give me the dude that's a blur 94 feet. Yes, with the basketball. Give me that dude.
Remember, we saw him for 6 games down. I was like, okay, yeah, we got to guard them, guys. They threw OG on them. They were, there is a way to defend them where they threw OG on them and they put more pressure on Embiid and everything. But I understand feeling surprised by the question or whatever.
Yo, fellas, I got to run, but it was great talking. Let's do something in the next week.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
Dom Dropper.
Peace, everybody.
Flea in the building. I have one more. Did we even talk about the Brunson contract? Oh, we did. We can get to those.
Yeah. We did.
Rakis Jacobates. Have we watched them? Skip Lillard. Wow. Yeah, get him out of there. By the way, Walker Kessler is a CAA client, in case you didn't know.
Is he? I didn't know that.
I just looked it up this morning. I said, wait a minute, who's this client? Let me see real quick. Okay, we got the one up with on Danny Ainge now. Was it some? Oh, two didn't get to talk about Bronny. Oh, you want to talk about that real quick? You got a couple minutes?
Yeah, I got a couple more minutes before I need to jump out of here. But
enough to put your target up with the $125 million man, apparently. Stephen Anthony Smith of ESPN on the verge of making over 100 M's with Disney, but you had a problem with him. I ain't black, I'm OJ. What? Does that mean he's gone? I think he's giving me a pause. I see him on the screen still, but he goes, da-na-na-na. I think Brunson, like I said, re-signs next year. He's gonna have his monies available, guys. I think remember he could sign for they left me M3 TV. Please, what I do to them? But stay online for 2 hours. Whatever. I was gonna watch something else. Let me log off. They did me dirty. At least the other guys feared of war.
All ball suckers.
Are we live?
Big Flea, never the little one.
He said hold it down. I mean, 2 hours is a long time. I didn't expect to go that long. Oh, hey. Who's winning the poll? %45% said hell yeah. 31% said nah. Everyone has their preference. That was not me. Oh, my mama does not watch this episode. Fabian! Peace, y'all. AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
And I'm still on here. Forgot to hit the button. Yeah, they were wilding. Peace, y'all.